Hey, what's up? How you doing, everyone? It's James here at SwitchWatch, your home for everything Nintendo Switch related. I'm back today with another review, and this one is Paladins, Champions of the Realm. The game was developed and published by Hi-Rez Studios, and the guys over there gave us a copy for review purposes, so thank you very, very much. As always, we want to find out if this one's worth your hard-earned cash. Let's jump in and find out. Paladins Champions of the Realm is a free-to-play 5-on-5 hero shooter that had an extended beta from 2016 to the beginning of 2018 before its fully fledged release on other platforms. The genre is burgeoning at the moment, with games like Overwatch and a different take on the genre of Fortnite being played worldwide. The Nintendo Switch has had a noticeable lack of games to scratch the competitive multiplayer itch, with the likes of Splatoon and Doom being the only real offerings to date. Paladin has been released this week for those willing to purchase the Founders Pack that will set you back $29.99 in the US or $24.99 in the UK, with the free-to-play download coming later this year. Paladin Champions of the Realm will be familiar to those who have played other hero shooting genre games. There are a number of modes available, all of them online multiplayer 5-on-5 team battles. The game jumps you straight into these modes without any story or campaign. In a battle, you take control of one of 36 characters, all of which are available to those purchasing the Founders Pack. Each character fills one of the 4 classes. Frontliners are the game's tanks. These characters have barrier style spells and high defense to soak up damage. Damage dealers are classic head-on pain bringers that focus on smashing enemies and have skills that stop opponents from moving or knocking them out of the air. Supporters are the healers of the game, offering up healing and supporting buffs, and the flankers are mobile attackers aimed at taking out your opponent's damage dealers with mobile skills and high damage output. You can choose to fight in first or third person view modes. It can be daunting at first, but I found that picking one character from each class and getting used to their mechanics is a good place to start. Each of Paladin's champions has 5 different skills, a base weapon to fight with, 3 abilities and an ultimate spell. There are 3 game modes on offer: Team Deathmatch, Onslaught and Siege. Deathmatch pits your team of 5 against another team of 5 in a furious battle where the first team to reach 40 kills wins. Whilst matchmaking, you'll be able to see which characters your teammates and enemies have selected and will have time to choose a character accordingly. For example, if you don't have a supporter, it's a good idea to pick a character in that role in order to balance out your team. This was the first mode I jumped into and I actually really love it. Battles are quick, lasting usually around 10 minutes. Once you've picked your character, you cannot change them mid-match, which I personally found to be a good idea as you get to fulfill a role in your squad. Siege is the other mode on offer, and matches tend to be more strategic and last a lot longer. Essentially, both teams scramble to a central zone where they must fill a meter in order to unlock a payload, which they need to defend and push towards the enemy's area. Battles are won when the first team reaches 4 payloads, and working together is essential. Once a team scores a payload, all players reset to spawn points, and there is a brief timer before you can both go back to get another payload. This short break gives each character time to spend their currency on abilities and discuss tactical decisions. Onslaught is the King of the Hill style offering. Teams are awarded tickets for controlling the centre of the arena as well as for kills, and the first team to reach 400 wins, or the team with the most tickets after 10 minutes wins, allowing for quick matches. In terms of comparison to other consoles, all of the game's modes and characters, with the exception of the Rise of Furia content, are here, and the game runs at a healthy 60 frames per second. Crossplay is available with Xbox players, so matchmaking is not going to be a challenge. PS4 does not offer crossplay with Switch players. Much like on Fortnite, this is of course a shame if you have friends playing on that platform. Voice chat is not currently supported natively, which is a shame and can cause you to miss out on learning and tactical opportunities if playing with a random squad. Fortnite has shown that having native chat support can now work extremely well on Switch without the need of a mobile phone. Using the jack to plug in a headset with a mic is all that's needed. Discord seems to be the best solution right now for those with a solid team, though I do hope native chat is introduced in the near future in a similar fashion to what has been implemented elsewhere. Controls are solid, and I thoroughly enjoyed playing on my Pro controller. Motion is fluid and very responsive. The movement and speed of shooting reminds me of Halo, which is certainly a compliment. With 5 skills to juggle, it can take a bit of time to get your bearings, but once you have one character sussed, you'll find further characters take a lot less time to understand. On the move, I was impressed. The controls feel natural, and though the screen is smaller, It's not too small for the carnage, and I didn't find that I lost a significant edge. Certainly not enough to dull the awesomeness of being able to play portable matches. On its surface, Paladins can seem quite straightforward. There are not a ton of modes, and whilst there are a lot of characters, they're all one of the main 4 classes, but it's in the customization and a huge number of options that the game shines. As well as cosmetic changes, you were able to select a specific loadout for each character by tweaking cards, items and abilities both before the match and then further during it. Each character levels up as you use them, and increasing their level will unlock new abilities without making them stronger. Each level to keep things pretty balanced. Cards are a unique approach to the game. Each character has a raft of cards available to them with a limited number of slots to equip cards to. Building a loadout that suits your playstyle really changes the way your characters play, and can affect everything from what your skills do to how you support the team. For example, you can choose to heal per kill with a damage dealer, leading you down a very aggressive path, or you can choose to have that character buff those near you. Being able to save a bunch of card loads out per character allows you to quickly adjust builds in between battles. At the beginning of each battle, you were able to choose one of 4 available talents, which some of the more powerful ones or quirky ones being unlocked once you level that character up. These talents drastically alter the way you play and can adjust the character's role within a team. On top of this, you earn credits during each battle, and these are used in that battle to purchase and level up items. If the enemy is beating you down, perhaps you need to increase your defense, or maybe you see an opportunity to stun the opponent and want to increase the damage output of your long range attack. In Siege mode, you can naturally have time to do these tweaks in between rounds, but in Onslaught and Team Deathmatch, you will at first struggle to find time to figure all of this out. To compensate for this, there is an auto feature for beginners, but it comes with a warning as some report to have illogical combinations when leaving it to the AI. Once you reach level 15, you will unlock Ranked, where you are pitted against sterner competition. There are rewards in the form of chests that provide you with additional customizations and gold that you can choose to spend as appropriate. When you combine all of this combination and mix of permanent benefits to both you with leveling and each individual character, along with the on-the-fly changes per battle, this leads to a real sense of progression and depth that elevates the fun factor and strategy.
Team Deathmatch. Select a champion.
Audio is not Paladin's strongest point. The background music is kept at very low levels in match, and in between there is a fairly generic orchestral backing track. A few different songs would have been welcome here. Mid-fight I have no complaints though. I was not blown away at the same time. Weapons sound okay and characters have a small number of lines they deliver throughout a match. Paladin features vibrant colours and a comic art style. The characters are very recognisable and each looks great. The game runs at 60 frames per second consistently, even in handheld mode, and when docked I found the graphics to be gorgeous, without any major lag or other issues, which is impressive. When on the move the frame rate stays solid, but the graphical fidelity drops slightly to accommodate this. With a large number of maps and characters on offer, things stay fresh visually. Performance wise there is not a lot wrong when it comes to in-game performance, but load times are quite long. Finishing a match, for example, takes you a long time and sends you back in to watch a replay and then loads again to take you out of it. Because of this delay, you do feel as though there is a significant pause between matches. If you want to pick up Paladins immediately, you will need to purchase the Founders Pack for $29.99 in the US or $24.99 in the UK. Later on this year, we don't know when yet, the game without this content will be free to play for everyone. So, what is in the Founders Pack? Well, you get access to all 36 champions, their voice packs and additional cosmetics such as a cool Inferno Warhorse mount and skills for characters. As a free-to-play game, it's good to see that this game is not pay to win, and you can certainly play without investing once the game is released for all later this year. If you want all characters though, I personally think the value is there, and each different character offers enough variety to warrant the investment, not to mention the fact that you can easily sink hundreds of hours with this game. Paladins Champions of the Realm had a long beta period that has certainly paid off. What we get here is a fully fledged online hero shooter that fills a gap in the Switch lineup. It's fairly easy to get into and offers lots of depth to keep you wanting more. A lack of voice chat, long loading times and no story do detract, but the sheer number of hours that you can sink into a game like this makes it a solid purchase at the moment, with a free to play version coming later on in the year. If, like me, you are looking for a competitive outlet, this could definitely be the one for you. And overall, this one is a very strong 8.5 out of 10. That's it from me today, guys. I'm James Amero. This is SwitchWatch. I want to say a massive thank you to all of our subscribers. We really appreciate you guys sticking with us. If it's your first time here, we're your home for everything Nintendo Switch related, from reviews to news and more. Why not subscribe and keep up to date? Check us out at switchwatch.co.uk as well. And if you did enjoy this video, pop us a comment down below. Thank you very much. Take care.